This is the second video addressing the riots and the effect ginger people had on them. I suppose we'll go the way that I set it out, with stealing, people breaking into shops, and the people who weren't ginger. So let's go for the people who weren't ginger. Well, you see, the thing is, ginger people have magical powers. They influence people to do strange and unusual things. For instance, they persuaded somebody to live in my cupboard. I found him with this, eating some bacon. I don't think that's normal behaviour for a human being to have. They make people inhuman. They go to these schools and they teach children about tolerance and how that we should all be equal, and I just think that's disgusting, that they can sit there and tell a child that a ginger person is the same as a black person or a white person or a Chinese person, when ginger people aren't people at all. I can understand people having Black History Month, but the idea of studying anyone famous who's ginger, I can't think of anyone famous who's ginger. And another thing that's weird, is if you think hard and it's a long time ago, then you can think of ginger people who have died. But just off the top of my head, I can't think of a single ginger person who's died, and I think that's really strange. Like, they never die or something, like they're immortal, and I believe that if I hadn't killed so many of them, and I think that's something we need to think about. These children get promised presents for Christmas from Father Ginger, and it gives them this idea that there's they should do what ginger people are doing because ginger people are right, and that's sick. Ginger people are evil, they're wrong. They should be killed at birth, really, preferably if you know that your child is ginger, or may even have been influenced by a ginger. If you fear that your doctor may once have been ginger, I'd suggest you had an abortion regardless of the weeks. Just straight take a knife like this and just straight cut it out, because it's gonna be rioting in a few years' time, as we've seen just recently. This is not fiction. This is something we are seeing all around us. We are seeing ginger people burning things and killing people, and terrorist acts like the Twin Towers. Ginger people. If you look at the aeroplanes, you can see ginger people in all the windows. It wasn't hijacked. They were all ginger. All the passengers were ginger. They never released CCTV footage of the inside of the aeroplanes for that very reason. And all these gangs, they're like Oliver Twisty kind of gangs. They're not sort of the street thugs you've been brought up to believe or shown by the media. They are carefully orchestrated, run groups, all organised by ginger people, the sort of people I aim to stop as not just a doctor, but someone who truly believes in the crusade that I am pursuing against these ginger people who are evil. I said earlier that my parents got divorced. When my parents got divorced, I'll share something with you. My parents got divorced because of a ginger person. They met this ginger person, and he was too much to cope with, so they got divorced because they couldn't love that ginger person anymore. And the ginger person never really got over that. But that's not my problem right now. My problem is the other ginger people who haven't died inside quite enough that's okay. And it's really a huge part of my crusade. So I just want you to know that it's not a social problem. It really is all people just being influenced and controlled by ginger people. I'm sorry, I just it's close to my heart. I'm sorry.